Hello everyone. In this video, we'll try to understand, the basic operations that we can perform using the select statement, right? So let's get started. So I'll say select star from sys dot student. If I run this, we know what is the results we have seen in our, the couple of videos. So we'll get all the records. And did you notice this particular star? What does star mean? So that star means that fetch all the columns by default. Let's say there might be case where you don't want to fetch all the columns, where I want the student name, student score, only the student name and the score, right? In that case, what we can do is in the place of star, I can say student underscore name comma score, right? And if you run this, we'll get data from only these two columns. Did you see this? Right? So this is what the star does. By default, star will fetch all the columns. So you can also specify in the place of star, you can specify what are the columns you want to retrieve, right? So now we'll see how to use the where condition. We know we already seen the where condition in update, delete, the records. So now I want to fetch the students, whose class is 10. I mean, who belongs to class 10. What happened? Yep, let me run this. Did you see? I get only few records whose students belongs to class 10. In case if we want to fetch the student belongs to class 9. So let me run this. Did you see? We have only two students, and not just one condition. So obviously here the class is a condition. I'm saying fetch the students who belongs to class 10. So I can also provide more than one condition, right? So I'm saying boss, get this list of the student details from class 10, and the score should be greater than certain threshold. Maybe the score should be greater than or equal to 10 or greater than or equal to 8, right? In that case, I can say and score is greater than or equal to 8 or 9. So now let me run this, right? Did you see the score? Oh, what happened? So my bad. So they should not be space here. Yeah, now here we go. Yeah. Did you see? So it fetched the class, I mean the student who belongs to class 10 and the score greater than 8, greater than or equal to 8, right? Maybe let me say if the score is greater than or equal to 5. Let's see what results we'll get. So did you see? We got even more records. And we know usually what is the difference between and or. So and says both, or says one of the condition. So when you take and, it's saying boss, the person should be class 10 and at the same time his score should be more than 5. Both conditions should satisfy. Let's say if I say or, the person should be either class 10 or the score could be greater than 8. In that case you'll get more records. See, uh, maybe let me put 5. Let me run this. Did you see we also got the ninth class student details, because there are two students who belongs to ninth class and their score is greater than 5, right? And let's say if I say 8, obviously none of the ninth student class, right, their score is not greater than 8. Now if you see this, it won't be there. So that's the difference between and or. So we can write one condition, we can write two condition, we can write even more than two conditions. It is very well possible. Maybe we'll try to write one some the different query. I mean, like we'll have more than three conditions, right? So it should work something like this, right? So the student should belongs to class 10 and his score should be greater than 8, or else he can belongs to class A. Sorry, what do you call the section A, right? So we can write something like this, or section equal to a. So now see, when you write like this, the SQL obviously don't know whether you need to take the class and score a section. So it don't know whether they need to take these two together or these two together. Right, so what I'll say is, boss, this class 10 and greater than score 8 belongs to one category. Right? These are one the particular condition. Or he could be belongs to section A. Maybe let's run this and see what we get. Right? So yeah, greater than 8. So we said, boss, he should belongs to class 10 and his score should be greater than 8. But if you see, there is one student called Kiran whose score is not greater than 8. But the record is still fetched because we set section equal to 8. Either this condition, either these two condition, right? Either these two conditions should satisfy or this condition should be satisfied. That's it. We know or and how, sorry, and or both, how these two condition works, right? And says both conditions should satisfy, or says either one of these conditions satisfy. Clear? So whatever we see till now on the select statement is, trust me, it is very basics, very, very basics. So even we have for advanced that you can, do using select, statement. So we can do group bys, we can do aggregations, we can do joins. Let's say, if I have different tables, my data, the relevant data sits in the different tables, right? So I need to collect all the data and join it, right? So there are many things we can do using select statements, so that we are going to cover in our upcoming videos, right? So as I mentioned, right, SQL is used for analyzing the data mostly, right? So in Python we also have a package called pandas, which is also used to analyze the data. So whatever we can perform these operations here, especially the select operations, whatever we can do in SQL, we can also do the same thing in using pandas. So in case if you want to understand how to analyze the data using Python, so please watch my playlist called data analysis using pandas. I'll put that link in the description. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.